For the Timberwolves
Yeah,
here.
it makes sense, Mark, but when you have 6 different leading scorers, you know what that means? Lots of contributions.
Comes off the high screen from Diop. Found a window to get it to him. Terrell knocks down the 3 ball. Minnesota and punish him?
Yes, because that's never been his game, and it's going to have to be. I love the shooting from deep, but he's got to use that big body.
Speaking of shooting from deep, Brandon in the semifinal game. Here is matched up against Reed. Evans out top. Shot clock down to 7. Harvey from deep. Butter. Chart right now for the Minnesota Timberwolves. So as you mentioned, Fran, minutes to be had. Memphis leading by 3, just underway here in the first quarter. Evans off the Clark screen. And there he is again.
Wow.
You're alone. His family came to visit him once. His fiance came to visit him as Terrell knocks down another one, but he said against the Pelicans had 13 in that overtime win. Here he is again, Harvey working against Mitch Creek. Bruno Caboclo from deep. Butter, Bruno. Good find by McLaughlin. Evans from three-point territory, man. Memphis.
Give Bruno some credit there, my bad. Bruno with that length, athleticism.
Dusty Hannes to the bucket, got the layup to go.
Just trying to find a place in the league.
Yeah, there was some negotiation about that date as to whether to push it back or not.
And both of these guys are potentially third point guards for these teams. They got to be your scout team quarterback. They got to play when necessary.
Uh-oh, lob! And Rab making his presence felt underneath. Memphis dominating so far, up by 15 as Murphy counters with the 3 ball, leading by 16 points. Minnesota hasn't lost so far in the tournament. The only undefeated team here at Summer League. Martin with the mid-range magic. Rab working off the elbow. Cross-court, Hannes with good motion. The floater, it's nothing.
Assistant coach to Quinn Snyder for the Austin G League team before taking over. Well schooled.
From a good coaching tree, that's for sure, Fran. And 14-point lead for the Grizzlies. Brown. Ooh, all that jelly.
Yep.
Always key in this league. You have 82 games. You have to have short-term memory. You got to move on to the next game. You have to be willing to be inferior to you. Everybody is the best of the best. So you got to move the ball, trust your coach, trust the system you got, and just go out there and hoop. You know, you see his talent level. You see what he's doing. The stuff he's doing is crazy. He'll be fine.
Hey, Jaron, who was your vet last year?
Oh, I had a lot of vets, you know.
High stakes. Hey, listen, part of the business, Jaron, of the NBA is business, and you played for Coach Bickerstaff last year. This year, Coach Taylor Jenkins.
It's just mostly being there for them, you know, in practice, because obviously they're going to go through their own journey. I don't know.
Coming into the game.
That's been part of his DNA. 13 years in Europe, 4 in the NBA.
Nice floater in the lane by Buchanan. Was actually a point guard on that Knicks team that won 50-odd games several years ago. Last time they've made it to the playoffs. Whistle and one. And back come the Grizzlies. Hannes with the step-back 3. Pure. Bates Diop turns it over. Another Timberwolves turnover, their 8th. Brandon Clark, I was just about to say, he's been... We've got an all-NBA officiating crew here for the Summer League Championship. Grayson Allen.
Last week, he's got to play harder. He's got to cut harder. And then, Mark, for him to be successful, he's got to be a more proficient.
Got a mismatch against Diop. Going to see if Diop can move his feet. They found the mismatch underneath. Caboclo inside, and Bruno finishes. Good
week. He has some Fred VanVleet in him. You know, he's not a big guy. I like this. How about Bruno? Been after his first year, and it didn't work out for him, and part of it was just the effort and attitude. Junior college in the Twin Cities.
Yeah. Player at University of Minnesota.
Exactly, yep.
Mitch Creek from the corner.
Gotta love the Aussie, man. He had a cup of coffee last year with the Nets.
Harvey missing. Clark with a man-sized rebound.
Of the Grizzlies, USC grad, Duke Law School.
Terrell, nice dime inside to Reed.
Be shrunk a little more. Don't forget they lose a great shooter and floor spacer in J.J. Redick off to the Pelicans. They could happen by
slowly begin to shoot it a lot more, so maybe that's the move this year. So speaking of Aussies, Mitch Creek, right,
like Jimmy Butler, who's now off to the Miami Heat. That's going to be critical for them. As good as the team looks on paper, if you were putting together a fantasy league team.
Right, deep jumper, good. Brown into the paint. 10 on the shot clock. Creek back to Brown, taking out his do-it-yourself kit and got the layup with the left hand. Martin with the board. They can cut it to 4. They trailed by 17 points. Martin, butter.
Getting ready to get that started next week.
Like I said about the NBA, when you look at these max deals, NBA stands for never broke again. Hannes, corner pocket three. 40 seconds to go in an exciting third quarter. Memphis, for the largest part, has been able to hold off Minnesota. Martin still cooking. A couple of early three-pointers to set the tone, but it's been largely quiet ever since. Grayson Allen gets to the cup. Brown. Canyon Berry. That's going to be a goaltending call against Caboclo. Little Lubbock, Texas, up to Minneapolis.
Buddy Holly's hometown.
Oh, Caboclo! Oh, bully Bruno banging it home. ESPN app. 3-point lead for the Grizzlies, approaching 7.5 to go. Mark Jones alongside Fran Fraschilla. And George Sedano. Murphy missed it, got it back through contact, and he can tie it with the
restricted area.
Martin back rimmed it. Another big-time rebound by Murphy. Man, great determination. Murphy muscle inside for Minnesota. Murphy couldn't get the rebound. 2-point lead for the Grizzlies. 6:10 to go. Dusty Hannes from deep. Man!
Great job by Clark. He would not get to his body.
Evans run off the 3-point line. Follows Clark. Quick jump. Third attempt. Fouled. Boy, Brandon Clark. 4-point lead once again for the Grizzlies, able to hold off Minnesota. Berry inside. Out of bounds.
So no foul and out of bounds. Call confirmed. Grizzlies ball.
Coming up next year during the regular season, coaches will be allowed a challenge. Grayson Allen to the bucket. And a strong foray to the... Plenty of time on the clock, down to 12. Allen got the switch. Martin guarding him.
Too crowded. Can't do that.
Oh, wow. Martin bailed him out on the read, friends. McLaughlin. Off the Reed screen. Bates from downtown. Reed battling to keep it alive. For 3. Brown missed it.
Great opportunity for Taylor Jenkins to get some coaching experience in Summer League. He's done a great job of orchestrating this team.
Allen with a nice hesitation move and got to the bucket. Minnesota needs one here. Creek. Brown with a good show and go. Creek relocates. The sidestep 3, fouled. And he'll get 3 shots if he was behind that line. It was close. A minute to go, down 6. Brown downhill, fouled. Minnesota alive. Brown over the midcourt line. Got to the bucket. Extra pass. Chop. Got it! And the lead is down to 1.
They'll foul right away.
Oh, they throw it away. And Evans barely got it at the midcourt line. They're going to have to foul here. They do. For Minnesota, has them on the cusp here.
Gioni.
The lead is 3. Time, and he couldn't make the catch. Got it off over Clark for the tie. Diop couldn't get it, and that's going to do it. The Memphis Grizzlies go undefeated in Summer League play to win the championship.